Hi, it's Bill Koenig for Shea Circle Martial Arts, and these are the simplest joint locks to use in a fight. The problem with joint locking is most of them are overly complicated, and when you're under fear and stress and sweat, it's hard to apply these things. I took a joint lock test with a guy once who was a sweater. He was just greasy, and everything felt like a snake with motor oil. You don't always get the luxury of putting on these nice proper locks that you do in the dojo. So when you go to learn these things, sometimes it's better to learn simplicity. What I mean by a joint lock in a fight is don't get the idea that you're going to grab someone and hold them and they're going to be compliant and then they're just going to surrender. That's not what it is. A joint lock to me is taking a joint and immobilizing it to a point to where you can use it to go to somewhere else. Because you're not holding that guy there. You're just not. A lot of stuff with the hands is intricate. If I go to do something like this, and I take him, and I set it, and I take my fingers and I roll, and I twist, and I add direction, those are very nice to know, but they're hard to do if you don't study them a lot, and they're even harder to do under sweat and stress. So it's not that you shouldn't learn them, but sometimes you should learn the easier ones first. Some of the easier ones don't even involve the hands. If he reaches, learn to use your arms. So if I go like this, and I trap. Now, here's the key to this. I'm going to lose him if his elbow is bent. But if I stretch him, see how I stretch him a little bit? And he reaches out with the shoulder, that's fine. All I want to do is I want to hook, and I'm going to bow. That's all it is. I'm going to hook it, and I'm going to bow. You've got to make sure that this thing is in there tight. The other version of this I like is I will reach over, and imagine you're just coming down like with an elbow on his arm, and you're hooking it like this. And all I want to do is drop my weight. See how I just tip like this? Very simple things to do. Someone grabs on you, you just hook it. That's all it is. When people are grabbing onto you, using your body is important. Instead of me going out and doing something really funky, trapping this to my body and just learning to bow. Take him down. Anything where he comes up like this, and I can just see how I hooked around again with those arms, and I can come in, or I can come down in like this, hooking. This one this way also very good. See, I have him this way instead of, we were going this way against the elbow. Now we're going this way. I'm going to hook this way, and I'm going to pull that way. Simple things. Now, again, this isn't going to end the fight. This is a setup. So I can hit him, take him out, or put him somewhere, kick him in the face, I don't care. The point is once you use this, it's an off balance. Guy went to grab me, I took it, I moved him, and now I'm going to start hurting him. It's momentary, it's quick, I'm just using it to put him into a position to hurt him worse. This is a very simple one also. I think everyone probably knows this. The key to this one is you want to make sure the wrist is bent. If it's straight like this, it doesn't really do anything. That's a different motion altogether, which is more complicated. You want to make sure this bends, and you want to effectively twist him. You see how you have this U? Once you have that U, you want to go to the floor, just like that. I can come this way with it, I can come into it. I could also just come straight down. It doesn't really matter. But this is a basic thing, even without the wrist. Watch, if I had his arm like this, and I just took him that way, I think everybody knows this, because traditionally someone had a weapon, a stick. What are you trying to do? Trying to rip that thing out of his hand. Probably one of the simpler ones I know. Fingers are always simple. Fingers you want to get a hold of. Now, if you're being nice, when you're practicing, you grab 4. If you're trying to hurt them, you grab 2. If you really want to hurt them, you grab 1. There's almost nothing he can do when I grab one finger. Fingers are simple. You take their finger and push, and your thumb and push this way. So I go like this, and I'm going to push this in and then down, like that. If I have 1 finger, 2 fingers, see how much more effective that is if I get just a couple fingers versus 4. You should know this on a down. You should also know this as an in. When I grab these fingers, I don't want this wrist to straighten out. I want it bent in like this. And what I want to do is I want to twist this to the floor like this. Like that. Just a very simple thing to do. Take those fingers, take it in right down to the floor. Fingers are easy. As the joints go, they get stronger as you go up the body. This one's harder to hurt than this one. This one's harder to hurt than this one. This is one of the strongest ones. It's harder to hurt. It's the hardest one to hurt of the arm. So the farther you get out, the more control you have. If you don't want to learn really intricate things, learning how to get fingers is very important. The more you get a hold of fingers, because fingers are just this. If you get one finger and you punch it, well, it's going to tear. He's going to scream. And that's going to allow you to go into something else right away and hurt him as you're going through these. So remember, fingers are probably the easiest thing to do. Basic twists are very easy to do. What you do is you practice what people do without the wrist, just to get an idea. Get their arm and twist them and see how they move. Just like that. The farther you bring this way, the better it'll be. If you bring it in, you're going to lose it because there's no structure there. And then finally, anything you can wrap with the body. Now, I'm going to rephrase this one more time. You have to understand with an elbow that where this hole goes is where they go. If I go like this and I go this way, it's going to bend on me. If I have them like this and I go like this, it's going to bend on me. I need to keep it in such a way to where it's this way. So once I grab this, I have to see where the elbow is, and I have to take it the direction where the elbow is. If it was up, I could take it up. If it was down, I'm going to have to take it down. If it's this way, I got to take it that way. Understand that the arm locks like this. It does not lock like that. So fingers, wrists, basic grabs of your body. Your body is stronger and takes less skill. Grab, hook, throw. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow.